most athletes, like most performers, are very insecure, and it was great to hear them admit that they are.
I would tell you that fear of failure was probably the single most powerful motivator for me my entire career. And the thing I always tell people is, on the day I pitch, you couldn't pull a pin out of my ass with a tractor. There was nobody more afraid of failing than I was. But it was, athletes go one of two directions. That fear of failure either paralyzes you or incentivizes you.
In the mid-'80s, it was weight training came into the game. In the last probably 8 to 10 years, 12 years, maybe more, the mental side of the game has become more talked about, open, and accepting. So I think Tukes brought it up, said it the best. You weren't afraid to go and kind of bare your soul on the things that you held within.
I didn't have a sports psychologist to talk to. I had nobody. I had books and audio cassettes and I struggled, and I learned from that. It was kind of the stigma back when we first came in, and John was at that same year in the 80s, was no one had anyone on their staff that did that, I believe. Harvey Dorfman maybe was doing it in Oakland. And there's things you didn't want to tell people. You didn't want to go to your pitching coach and say, I really feel like I'm going to give it up today.
I would dominate AAA, and I'd come to the big league level, and they wouldn't let me shake off the catcher, and they'd put me in the bullpen and up and down and all around, and you'd have a hard time getting comfortable. And I just remember throwing a bullpen to the guy who drafted me. His name was Scott Lovecamp. And Cam Bonifay, the GM, walked by, and I remember Scott saying something like, what do you think? Look at this, he's doing the ball pretty good. And I remember him saying, yeah, until he can do that in 92, 93, it's not for me to look at.
Well, that's why Cam put you on waivers, and we were able to claim you.
Exactly. Exactly.